YouTube? It's your boy Fed, and I'm back with another Master Duel video for you guys. And as always, you know, I'm not just representing the luck, but the luck and the chuck. And like I said, man, we got a great video today. As basically today is the grand opening for the normal / rare event for Master Duel. And yeah, I'm super excited for the event. I know a lot of people are excited for the event, and a common question that keep coming up is like, what is the best deck, or like what's a good deck that I can actually use for the event, right? So that's what I want to share with you guys today, is basically the deck that I personally would be using for the event. And I've actually tested the deck on the actual ladder, and I've actually, you know, was able to body some guys with it, man, you know, that's playing all the hand traps and all that. And, you know, I was actually able to win a couple games with the deck. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. As you guys probably seen from the title screen, you know, the deck that I'm personally running for the event is METALFOES, and not just the METALFOES, but true Draco METALFOES, right? So I quit playing the game, actually the TCG, after the Necross format. And then after that, I think it was like a year or two after that, I actually got back into the game. My little brother got me back in, and I actually played METALFOES at my last regional. I think I went like X2 or some stuff like that with it. And I really liked the deck, man. One thing that I really loved about it was it's a very simple deck to learn. They all got pretty much the same effect: to destroy a card, and you get to set you know, a spell or trap into your field. I know they kind of nerfed the pendulum mechanics from back then when I played the deck, but still, man, there's still new monsters, new combos with the deck, and I feel like it's a real strong deck for this event. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump right into the build. All right, so we have 3 of each METALFOES. Basically the stealing, we have 3 silvered, we have 3 gold river, we have 3 Volflame, and we have 3 Bismugear. Bismugear, one thing to remember, if it gets destroyed, so basically all the METALFOES effect, they have the effect as you can just destroy a face-up card on the field to set a METALFOES spell or trap into the field. So what you basically are trying to do with the deck is like try to activate as many of them as possible and stack up your extra deck zone, so that because when they get destroyed, since they're pendulum monsters, they'll go to the extra deck. So you want to kind of stack that up, and then set up your board to where you can make a massive pendulum summon, and then either extend your plays like that or just kind of push for game, right? So that's like the main idea with the deck. So they all have the same effect of destroying face-up card to set the spell or trap, and only a couple of them have, you know, additional effects, right? So thing here, he has an additional effect. If it's destroyed, he can he searches one METALFOES monster at the end phase. And we have triple of this guy here. He wasn't around when I played the game, but he's a really nice card. You know, when he's normal summon, he can basically you can draw a card and put one card back either at the top or the bottom. But if he gets destroyed, you can summon like 2 other copies of him, right? And then you can activate those 2 copies also to draw and put a card back at the bottom. And then they let you make this guy here, who basically says you can detach one to destroy a spell or trap card in the field. So typically when you use the METALFOES monsters effect, you'll be setting up like this card here combination, and then when that's destroyed, you can search a METALFOES monster. So he really helped extend like your plays and stuff like that. So he's a really nice card. Highly recommend him. Then we jump right into the True Draco engine. It's only basically 3 of the Ignis, and then 1 of the Maiden she basically tries to search for this guy. So the true Draco guys, the reason why they're good is they can summon themselves. Even though they're level 5s, they can summon themselves by attributing like a continuous spell or trap. So you'll just kind of tribute this here, and then they can activate or contribute either their own spell or trap cards or whatever, and then that or actually activate the effect of that spell and trap, and then you can summon those guys. Reason why you run 3 of him is he has the effect that when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control this card, you can quick effect basically grab a spell, true Draco spell from your deck to your hand. So you grab either this one mostly or this one here. Yeah, so that's for the true Draco side. And then we have the last METALFOES, which basically he has also an additional effect as when he gets destroyed, you can add a pendulum monster from your extra deck that's face up into your hand, right? So that's a pretty nice effect also. So triple of that guy, right? Now moving on to the spell, we have triple summoning's art. Even though you only search basically I think one guy, either this guy, it still adds consistency to the deck. So it's very nice to max that out. This is like your main fusion spell. Typically the main fusion spell is called METALFOES fusion, but that's a super rare, so you can't use it, and it's good. This one here will replace, do the fusion summoning. You can use one face up pendulum monster from your extra deck also as a material for fusion summoning, so that's nice. Then we have the true Draco spells. This one says when it's destroyed, or is it sent to the graveyard? Yeah, sent to the graveyard. When sent to the graveyard, you can basically MST your opponent. And this one, you can recycle your true Dracos. You shuffle 3 back from your deck from the grave to the deck to draw 1. This is another fusion spell. It's quick play. You can search with your METALFOES monster. Moving on to the traps, we have the METALFOES counter. You can search with your METALFOES monster. If this is in the grave, you banish it to add METALFOES guys. Or if something gets destroyed, you can activate it, right? If a card you control gets destroyed, you activate it, special METALFOES from your deck. Combination, really nice card. Basically, if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a METALFOES monster to the deck. So it works well with the true Dracos. It works well with METALFOES. It's just a great card, man. Great card. So you'll be using that one the most. And then we have the true Draco traps that basically I pretty much use like the effect when they're destroyed face up. They can destroy like a monster on your opponent's side of the field. So that's actually pretty nice when they're sent to the graveyard. So yeah, so that's the trap, guys. Moving on real quick to the fusions, we have this generic METALFOES guy. Yeah, just generic METALFOES fusion guy here. This is the one you mostly go into. He has an effect that he can shuffle 2 METALFOES cards from your grave to the back to the deck, and he bounces a card back to your opponent. It's a hand. So he's really nice. If he gets destroyed, he actually floats also, so that's nice. Also, you might see that there's like rank 7s and stuff like that in the deck. The Odd Eyes guy. Basically, these guys here are level 7s, right? These guys here are level 7s, and you can basically pay attention to that when you're doing your combos. You want to ideally have 2 of them on the field that'll allow you to actually summon this guy and use one of your METALFOES monsters effect to destroy him. and he has an effect that when he's destroyed, he special summons this guy. And this guy here, he's the busted one. So he says that when right off the bat, when he's special summoned, you can target one of your opponent's face-up attack position monster and return it to the hand. And then when a spell, trap, or another monster's effect is activated, quick play, you can basically like shuffle one of your pendulum guys from the extra deck back to the deck to negate the activation and destroy it. So he's an Omni Negate, and it's really nice. I don't think there's that many Omni Negates in this meta of the normal / rare cards. So really nice if you can pull him out. He's nice also here. He does piercing damage, and if he would get sent to the graveyard, he busts a card. So he's a nice one also. Already talked about him. We have the number 70, Malevolent Sin, detach to like banish one of your opponent's monster until he'll come back next turn. So really clutch to try to go for game. This guy here, you know, he's a generic level 7 exceed monster. You know, if he will get targeted, you can detach and negate him being targeted. He's cool. Yeah, I already talked about him. Then we have one of my favorite monsters. They remade him, Dark Arm. Remade him as an exceed monster, level 7. Takes 2 level 7s, detach one, and you can detach one. You can target one card your opponent's control, destroy it, then banish one card from your graveyard also. Only thing that he cannot attack for the rest of the turn, but it's still cool. Then got this guy here. You basically can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, detach it, one material, and if you do, attach that target to this material. Pretty nice effect. These guys here are nice. The main reason why you want to kind of go into those guys here is basically because, you know, they point at certain directions for the pendulum summon. So back then when I was playing the METALFOES deck, you could just like pendulum summon as many of the face-up monsters as possible into the field, right? That's what really made it busted. But now they kind of nerfed it. They made it so that you can only pendulum where you can only pendulum on the top extra deck monster zone or wherever a link monster is pointing to, right? So when you're doing your combo, you want to actually end up going into this guy. I typically put him like somewhere in the center column or whatever, so you can actually pendulum on like the side of them, so it automatically put 3 monsters out the extra deck zone that you can pendulum, right? So his effect is whenever he gets destroyed, you can destroy a card on the field to bring him back to the field, right? So he's a really nice card. You want to go into him before you kind of set up those massive pendulum plays. But yeah, so that's actually the deck. I don't want to spend too much time here, but that's kind of like the deck that I'm gonna be running for this normal / rare event. And feel free to check out the deck. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you do with the deck. And stay tuned for an actual gameplay video that actually go more in details on like type of combos you can do and stuff like that, right? So this is just like a deck profile. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoy the video. And if you guys haven't done so already, a like to the channel would be magnificent. definitely magnificent. It'll make me feel lucky, guys. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and till next time, guys. Y'all be cool. Peace.